What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 with my good friend Phil, black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, CEO of
COO,
COO. What's the company?
Dominion Markets.
What are you
Yeah.
doing there, brother?
So I
First
am
of all, good
good to
to
see
have
you.
you, my brother.
Happy to
How are
be
you,
here.
man?
Yeah, good.
To have you.
It's been a long time
Yeah,
coming,
it
so
is.
it's
It is.
nice.
It is. That's good to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Always. Hopefully, more on the mats again very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, been a bit busy, but I'll be back soon, so it
Yeah.
should be good.
COO.
Yes.
Quickly, what are you guys doing there again?
So, like Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, yeah.
It's a better version of that.
A better
A
version.
better version.
What's
So,
better?
so we don't scam people, that's first of all.
Mm.
No, we just provide the
That's
technology
what
for.
every scammer say.
No, kidding. No, but no, we just provide the technology for people to trade on. So essentially, back in the day, 80s, you'd have to call your broker and say, "Hey, look, I want to place a position." But now we just give the platform. They press a button, and you have instant access to the market. So
And the market means what? What are
FX.
they
So
able to
it's
buy?
it's it's a bit different than stocks. So stocks is like a centralized market. This is forex. So it's a CFD. So it's a contract for difference. So you're essentially like buying the contract of the price difference. It's a little bit complicated. I mean, it would take hours to fully explain it,
Yeah.
but
That's
essentially,
not
like
a
if I'm playing poker,
okay.
right, and you think I've got a good hand, you'll bet that I'm going to win this next hand. So
Okay.
instead of me actually, like in stocks, I'm actually the
Yeah.
poker
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
You're the guy outside betting on me winning the next hand.
If you
Essentially.
just if you just tell me buy this and that, I mean, we're good friends, right? Would that be already considered
I mean, that's financial advice, and that's something I don't do. So especially when it comes to
financial
friends,
advice?
financial advice. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because now if you lose money and you're like,
I
hey, no,
mean,
but Phil
no,
told
but
me.
if I tell you like I'm okay with it and I just feel I don't want to learn all
Yeah.
of this. I have so and so, that's the amount I want to invest, and you just go,
I mean, I'll take it, but how much are you thinking?
I don't
Millions? Because if it's
peanuts.
millions,
Yeah,
you'll
of
never
course,
see me again,
millions.
you know?
Yeah.
So no, no, we don't do because it gets complicated. I would always recommend
I
people,
think you're
especially when it
being
comes to
very,
friends
very
and family.
compliant right now
No,
with the
honestly, when it
company
comes to friends and
rules.
family, never ever financial advice because if it can turn relationships sour. So, for example, if I tell you or even like a cousin or something, hey, look, you should buy, I don't know, gold, for example,
Yeah.
invest in gold,
Yeah.
and they do and they lose money, then it's my fault all of a
Yeah.
sudden. Even if you say no, but it's okay.
It's no problem.
Losing money at the end of the day is always can hurt
Painful.
some. It's painful. Yeah.
No, I understand that. Okay. And next to your full-time job,
Yep.
you do jujitsu
I do.
and you try, or you're building already your own company, is that
Yeah.
right?
So already registered. We are opening doors hopefully in September if everything goes well.
Okay, cool, man.
Same industry,
Congrats.
not jiu-jitsu, but same FX industry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there not a conflict with the
I
company
had
you're
to
working
sign
for?
an NOC, or no conflict rather. Um, but no conflict. It's a similar industry, but different side of the business. Um, so in banking, you'll have different aspects. Same in FX, just different sides of the same coin,
And the
essentially.
moment you open, you still work for them for as
Yep.
long as
Yeah.
it turns
Yeah.
into money,
Honestly,
or
like
what's the
no,
plan?
I enjoy my job. Like I
Yeah.
enjoy what I do. Obviously, if benefits outweigh the effort, then sorry, if the effort outweighs the benefit, then obviously any smart person will move on.
Hmm.
But I think, I really do enjoy what I do. So my brother's going to hopefully be part of it. So
Hmm.
him and my wife will kind of take over that. And I'm
Okay.
just kind of funding it for now. So,
Okay. Nice.
but obviously, down the line, 5, 10 years, we'll see where we are. I never say never. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Congrats. I wish
yeah,
you all the
yeah.
best, brother.
Thanks, man.
And in your current job, how many people are reporting to you?
Right now, 4.
And are you
Well, it
sitting
depends.
sometimes with them in the meeting
I
room?
always sit with. I had a
And
meeting this morning
do you
actually.
do you have that sometimes that someone's speaking to you and you lose them and you think like, what would happen if I just jump forward and put them in a front handlock? Do you have that sometimes?
No,
I have that
funny.
sometimes.
Funny enough, not anymore. When I got my brown belt, I stopped thinking that way. When I was purple belt, I just wanted to fight everyone. Everyone I see, I wanted to fight. But now, the more I train, the less I want to fight. Funny enough.
Sometimes
Sometimes when they irritate me, I do. But the nice part about being COO is no one really tries to argue with you. They just
accept everything that
exactly
you
yeah. It just
say.
is what it
It's a
is.
little bit boring, no?
No, it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fun.
All right.
Yeah.
I have that sometimes when I'm sitting somewhere and I think I probably can kill you within a
Oh
couple
yeah.
of seconds or minutes.
No, it's
Or
funny
not
enough.
killing, not go so far, but just
No, you can kill them.
yeah. I think so.
No,
I
I think I
think we
know so.
can. But no, I'm thinking more like just holding them in positions
Yeah.
where they're not coming out, and we're changing from
Jiu-jitsu
from
sounds
here to
really
there,
bad if
and we
you don't
just
understand what people are talking about.
yeah. But I mean, isn't that funny at the same
It is
time?
funny.
It
I
is so
always
funny.
tell
Imagine
people.
someone is so mad at you.
Yeah.
He's so mad at you. He wants to kill you. He's like red. It's like, let me out. You keep pressuring and pin him and put him in whatever, but you don't submit him.
No,
You
yeah, I get
just
what you mean.
you
Just make them
just
suffer.
make them suffer.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
like you
That's my own
pressure
jiu-jitsu
them.
style,
And,
actually.
it's so much.
You make them suffer until they want you to finish the fight. They
It's
just
so
they're praying.
good.
It is. But I always tell the guys in the office, if I was to break into your house, you can do nothing. So I always tell them, come to jiu-jitsu,
I mean, unless they have weapons or something.
No, but if I have a weapon as well, that's the funny thing. People always say like, no, but I'll bite and I'll eye gouge. Like I'll bite and I'm gonna eye gouge too, So, no, I think it's important that people train, whether it's jiu-jitsu or something else. But I think jiu-jitsu is probably the best martial art to train for longevity, because if you want to train like a striking martial art or something, it wears on your body a lot. I think
Oh, yes.
jiu-jitsu doesn't wear as much as, look at you.
What do you want to say?
Oh no, I mean you take it as you want. No, but I like you watch black belts, some of these black belts, they're 50, 60, 70 years old and they're still going strong, beating up young guys. And I feel like in striking, it's going to take, you can't really last as long anymore when you're getting to the age, your body starts to feel it more. You do in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, probably not the best thing to do.
And I think it's also the only sport that that you see people start when they're old. You don't really see it. Like if you look at football, look at rugby, or any of these other sports.
Starting old.
Yeah.
You're starting.
And they get
okay.
and they really pursue it. You see guys competing. Even if you look at like this, what's this new thing for gay people? It's pedal.
the tennis in
tennis
in the classroom or something.
Yeah, but they have like this little foam pedal, like what you give a kid to play.
You ever played it? You ever played it?
Never.
I also never played it.
I refused. Yeah, good job. I'll play tennis. Tennis I love.
Yeah, I played tennis as well as a teenager. I played tennis. It was good.
No,
it was fun. Pedal, I just don't understand.
It's like going from driving a car to now deciding you want to drive a scooter.
Yeah.
Doesn't
maybe.
make sense, I think.
But there's not so much running. Maybe that's the only thing.
Pedal?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see people run a lot.
I mean, tennis is
Yeah, I think tennis is a bit quicker, to be honest, because pedal, you can, I don't know, from what I've watched, they can wait a bit longer for the ball. I don't really understand the rules, but tennis seems more, I think it's harder.
The only thing that
Tell me.
No, some people that are so into, I don't even know how to call it, man. I can't say lifting weights because I have huge respect for this like Olympic lifters and stuff. That's serious stuff.
Oh yeah.
They can run through walls. Like I wish, that's amazing. But like just regular fitness guys. And then like,
what do you mean? You don't understand?
I just don't understand
I don't like
passion and like why you would spend so much time in there
Yeah.
doing this and trying to be like,
I guess it's a lot better than suicide.
What is this? I don't know. Like,
no, it's boring. It is really boring. I don't get it. Like when I used to prep
go
for
fight,
comps,
do something. I
Exactly.
mean, what do you want to do?
but even when I used to prep for my fights, back home, like I hated going to the gym.
What
because-
fights?
Like when I used to compete.
You mean grappling?
Yeah,
competing?
grappling.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's always good to listen. I don't have any problem with.
No, I don't know, but I don't get it. Like it's different.
If it's your only sport, if that's the only thing you do,
Mhm.
like I feel bad sometimes for them.
Yeah.
Like excuse me, guys, but no offense, but I don't know, man. There's so much out there that
I think the big thing is people are they're intimidated by martial arts because they think it's a fight the whole way through. Like for me, it was easy to transition to jiu-jitsu because when I was young, I did karate for 6 years and then I started doing jiu-jitsu. So basically I was playing basketball at a very competitive level and I tore my ankle and had some injuries I couldn't go back to.
okay.
And my wife's uncle was a coach at the stage and she said, you can go into that. And I tried it.
You've been already married when you played basketball.
No, we were dating. So I met my wife when we were 15. We started dating when we were like started dating 14, like
Yeah.
late 14, early
Yeah.
15-year-old.
Yeah. What a
So
nice story. Yeah.
yeah, it's a it's a rare case.
Yeah.
No, but so I think for me it was easy because I understood that martial art is not just, you're not just gonna get beaten. So I think that was easy for me to transition into. But I get for some people, they don't know. They have no idea. Like it's a big daunting thing because you see like professional. The only thing they see is professional people. And they see these big battles,
Mm.
and I think they struggle. And then I think gym is the most approachable fitness thing. Gym and running, and then now
Gym and
paddle and stuff.
running.
Because you don't really need a lot. You don't need skill to start gym. You don't. It's not like you start at the bottom, but it's not like you starting as a complete idiot, so to
I
say.
mean, look, listen, there's other things as well. Like, I'm Italian, right? They're all about
Mm.
soccer and football, and I played it
Worst.
as
I can't
well.
play that sport at all.
I played it on the streets with, as a child on the streets, and then for some time in a football club, but that was very late. But I'm a little bit of a, but maybe that's only me. Maybe I don't know. I'm a little bit of a caveman when it comes to these things. I always think, listen, I don't have to be professional, but for me, it's always I want to be able to walk every street, every time,
Mm.
every city type of thing. I mean, there are cities you can't do anything; they just shoot you straight away.
Yeah.
Doesn't really help jujitsu or anything else. But when something would happen in a one-on-one situation, I want to feel all right. And I
Mm.
don't know why. If you like to kick a ball and play soccer and all of these things for fun,
Mm.
all right, do it every now and then. That's for me. But I just don't understand. Like for myself, that would be very unsatisfying. Like
I don't know.
I
I've
like
never really
go
thought of it that way, to be honest.
fighting. I like
Like,
go fishing. I like
oh,
like
I
a
get what
little
you're
bit
saying. Like, you like the brute energy
it's
of it.
I just
Yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
That's
I get it.
I want to be
A
out
man.
there and like yeah.
You
But
know.
that's not like that. I try to be like that. I have to trying to be like
Mhm.
it's just like naturally in there. And like I
Mm.
never understand people who play sports just for fun. Like all right, just do it on the weekend.
I mean,
Like
I surf just
every
for fun. What are you saying about me?
yeah, every now and then. But if you have times,
Yeah.
learn fight or something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
agree.
Protect your family. Do if
But the thing
something.
is, people don't really think about that, and I also didn't think about that when I started
But you
training.
agree?
I agree, it's good, 100%, and I think it's also good for young kids because it teaches them discipline. There's not really a
Yeah.
lot of sports that teach them the
The
discipline
discipline thing.
of martial
I
arts.
had that. I hope you can meet him one day. In the first episode, my friend Roberto. He's like a true samurai, type of modern samurai type of guy. The thing with the discipline, I have the feeling it comes for sure from every martial art that has a Japanese background. Like
Mm.
it comes with it automatically. Karate, judo,
Yes, I think it's a tradition, right? The
yeah.
Japanese tradition.
So if you now, we send our kids to, I don't know, prove me wrong. I'm not attacking anyone there, but I don't see that in a boxing club or in a, I don't know,
Yeah.
even with
I don't know,
wrestlers
the thing that
sometimes,
I
I don't
find
know. The,
that
the
with
Japanese
yeah, I get what you're
backgrounds, like
saying.
when we talk about discipline,
Mm.
when I did judo there as a child, and we removed our shoes, and one of the kids, the shoes were somewhere.
Mm.
We didn't start the class until that
Mm.
was fixed. And then guess what? The second time, they're all in
Yeah.
line.
I think it also comes with, the tradition of the country and also, like, what the sport is intended for. I think if you look at, like, jiu-jitsu for Brazilian jiu-jitsu, for example, like, it was used to get kids off the street.
Mm.
It took a lot of people out of gangs, and it created that structure that they needed. So that's why generally in a jiu-jitsu club, you tend to see a much more family-orientated feeling, like, you become brothers with the guys you roll with.
Mm.
Where I feel like with some other martial arts, it's not quite like
The
that,
best the best friends I made in my life are from
Yeah, I
jiu-jitsu
mean, the only
mats.
friends I have is from jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I guess same for me. Yeah,
I've
and
got one
no,
friend that's outside of jiu-jitsu, but
I have to go back
yeah,
for 1 second. No
yeah.
offense to any boxers out there.
No, take offense. Where's
My
the camera?
you're
Take
you're
offense.
my friends, boys and girls. I love boxing. It's an
I
amazing.
think it's probably the best
It's
self-defense,
lo- it's a, it's
like
my
striking
number
martial
one.
out there.
It's
It's
my number
100%.
one choice when it comes to stand up.
Oh yeah,
Choose a martial
100%.
art
Yeah, because
or
you aim for the
combat
face.
sport.
Like
It's
the only thing is you
boxing.
aim
It's
to
it's
finish on the
beautiful.
face. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just beautiful. it's the best.
That didn't sound
Yeah,
right.
no, it's the best. Boxing
It
is
is
the
100%.
best. I love it. And
Mm,
I also there I met like very good people.
yeah.
What you said, yeah, something I want to speak with you and hear your thoughts.
Yes.
First of all, how old are you now?
I'm turning 30 in September.
How old?
30.
30. Okay.
Mm.
How long are you black belt now?
I got my black belt. I don't know. I got my black belt in 9 years. So, well, I got my black belt 2023, March, I think.
It's 2
March.
years or what?
Yeah,
A
2 years.
bit over 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Often you meet someone, and that's a thing in jiu-jitsu, right? You quickly want to understand where they're coming from, and we mean which school, like
Mm.
Alliance, Gracie Baja,
Hmm.
whatever, right? And but I'm always thinking, like every jiu-jitsu school, so jiu-jitsu remains jiu-jitsu. The techniques are the same. Passing guard, double leg, whatever. The armbar remains the armbar. It doesn't
Unless you're from the
matter.
Gracie Baja gym. You don't know how to do takedowns. You guys need to learn that,
They
by the
don't do
way.
takedowns.
No. I come from a similar gym, like when I first started jiu-jitsu. No, honestly, I did not learn a single, well, okay, I didn't learn how to do takedowns. I didn't practice takedowns until I was a brown belt and left gym.
And you started with Gracie Baja.
No, I started with a gym back in New Zealand, similar, and like it was a very cult structure. Crazy Bahas, they got their name for the cult. You have to buy our gis, you have to wear our patches.
You have to.
Yeah, yeah. So, for example, like if I wanted to, I get if you want to compete
How
and
you
stuff.
know?
Because I've spoken to Gracie Baja, students and everything. They have to wear, but they have a special Gracie Baja gi they have to buy.
Okay.
So the club I was with is you have to buy you don't necessarily have to buy their gi, but it has to be a white gi, and you have to buy the patches.
Hmm.
So your gi, obviously in New Zealand, costs you $240, and your patches cost you about, I want to say $90, and then to put them on is another $20, right? So
You have to put them on with them.
you have to put
You
not with
can't
them. You
go
can go
to
wherever you
normal.
want, but in
Okay.
general, it's going to cost
All
you.
right.
You know,
I was thinking.
you can't do it because at home it's like a thick embroidered patch. So
Yeah.
so in total, just to start training, to get your gear, it's going to cost you over $300 just for the gear.
And then you have one gi.
Yeah,
And then you want to
and
train
then you want to get more gis.
4 times a
Yeah,
week.
crazy.
All right.
But and then we also had to say an oath before class. There's a big oath written on the wall. We had to read out loud.
What's that?
An oath, like I
Yeah.
pledge allegiance to the, or
Okay.
like I swear to never.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's deep.
It was wild.
What was the thing?
I don't know, never memorized
You
it.
don't remember?
No, I got hit with the stick because I didn't memorize
But let me finish my question. So
Guys, jiu-jitsu is really fun, honestly. It's super fun.
it is the best sport. So you have these different schools, and then everyone is mad at each other,
Yeah.
and especially if
I hate
someone
that.
is changing from
I hate
here
that.
to there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not. Listen, I moved from Frankfurt to here,
Mhm.
so what I do now, I just stopped jiu-jitsu. Of course not. I was looking for a
No, I
different gym.
think,
Yeah, but then the next thing is, and then everyone's looking at each other and like we're better than them, and like what is this?
So
I don't know
I
what.
get it if you're like, if you're like the best club in the world and you produce, top competitors, sure. Like I get you don't want to share your jiu-jitsu with competitors potentially, right?
But how different is it really? I don't know.
I don't like
Is it the
that's the
coaching
only excuse
style?
I can think of,
Is it
right?
the coaching
I don't know,
style?
like if you're maybe,
And
but
then also what you said with the thing. Let me, without knowing too much about them, to be honest, I don't know many from Gracie Barra. I mean,
mm,
you said that they don't know takedowns. I always compare that with the corporate world and like business. When someone is applying for a job, right? They're looking at the company and they say, "Oh, they're so amazing. They're
mm,
known for this. This company is doing X, Y, Z, and
mm,
their vision and their mission and blah blah blah." And then they have different offices, right?
mm,
An office in New York, an office in Dubai, and. And then you have these individual guys running the offices, and every office is different from each
yeah.
other, but it's the same company that you think like, oh, they do this
Mm.
and that, but no, it's the guy.
Yeah, I've
So
ran into that.
so,
Actually, I trained at Gracie Baja in Thailand.
so you get what
When I
I'm
went to
trying to
Thailand,
say,
yeah.
right? So maybe it
So I
was
went to
just the
Thailand,
guy.
and that Gracie Bar was great, but they
Okay.
wasn't run like a Gracie Bar. They had the photos up. They changed names now, but he changed affiliate. I think the guy's opened up his own gym now. But he
Mm.
was affiliated with Gracie Bar when I went there, and it wasn't that it didn't feel cultured or training no-gi. It was like very unorganized. Like it wasn't like the strict white gis, white or blue gis only. Kind of has to be our gi. Like people, they just shut up.
Mm.
But I think that was because of it's
It's only
Thailand.
one thing that I hate when someone comes with a pink gi. When a man comes in a pink gi, I just look at them and
I feel like that's a personal issue.
why are you doing this? It makes me angry. Why are you doing this? I don't know. What, do you try to be funny or something? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I can see AJ wearing a pink gi.
For real, like
Oh, yeah,
going into a full class
Oh,
and
yeah.
doing everything in a
Yeah,
pink gi.
100%. I can see him wear a pink gi.
With him, I wouldn't be mad because he's funny. But if you are
No, but
an idiot and just trying to be,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
because I never forget that one guy. I don't mention the gym. He came in a pink gi, purple belt, pink gi,
Did he beat everyone?
and no, and he was like serious face, and I'm
Oh,
like, what an asshole, you know? Just made me angry. Do you understand that?
no.
Come on, man.
I don't know. So I don't
If
get
you
that.
if you're
I'll
like,
be honest with you,
if
I
you're
don't really
happy,
care what people wear in the
bro, if
game.
you're happy, if you make fun, and then like, oh, I get it, all right.
Yeah.
He's a
Like, for example,
lovely
if I was
guy,
to
you know?
visit a gym, I wouldn't wear a pink gi. If it was my home gym, I'll rock it. Because it's, I'll wear a pink gi just because I can. But no, if I was to visit, like, for example, every gym I went to, so when I first got my black belt, we started traveling. And I trained at different gyms around the world. And every gym, they would either give me like a rash guard or something from their gym with their logo on it. But when I go training here in Dubai,
Mm.
at our gym, then I just don't wear their stuff.
They're rush guards.
Yeah, I won't wear their rash guards. And if I go to someone else's gym, I won't wear like I'll wear our gym's rash guard.
Yeah.
But if like just out of respect, that's the only thing I would do. But I think you also have to judge it by your gym. Like, I know the gym back home, if I wore a pink gi, they wouldn't care. The head coach in Christmas, he would wear like a Santa Claus themed gi.
Yeah, that's what my coach back in Frankfurt. I know that he has a Santa Claus gi as well.
And
But
I
I've
love
never
that.
seen it.
I think people take jiu-jitsu too serious.
Too serious.
Way too serious.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just
But wait, but like, what is too serious? I also, you know what I like, Phil?
I like the discipline
I like
and the hierarchy.
Yeah,
I
the
like that.
discipline hierarchy, but also the mats. You have to pay some respect.
I agree.
You have to.
But that comes
like
with the discipline and the hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, for me, the thing that I like is, and I mean, I did it as well. You did it when you started. People don't do it so much now anymore. But when you roll and there's a higher belt, just move out the way.
Yeah,
like,
move out the way.
That's the thing
exactly.
I like.
Get
and then
out.
if a higher belt asks you to train, you can't say no.
You know, so,
Like, that's kind of stuff and it's good for you too.
Yeah.
The way I feel like I progressed pretty quick in my jiu-jitsu career, and not anymore now that I stopped competing. But when I did, I mean, the first thing that I would do is I try and train. I still do that now. I try and find the biggest, scariest looking person to train with, and I train with them. So when
what for long term or
yeah. I mean, when I was a white belt, I couldn't wait for the black belts to pick me to train because I loved getting beaten up because I learned so quickly.
But many question that strategy of learning.
Mm.
I think also Danaher was talking about that a few times.
I don't know. I don't really listen to him. He talks too slow for me.
But I mean, not of
he's probably right. I mean, he's the best coach in the world. But I don't know.
He's a genius.
I'm just here
right?
to have fun.
So everything he says, he's probably right.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, most people think like take
his outfit definitely isn't
toughest guy, and you always have to have. Oh, was it Joe Rogan?
I don't know.
Maybe both.
But I think the thing about taking on the toughest guy is not just a jiu-jitsu thing. Because for me, the whole thing about jiu-jitsu is it teaches you to be confident, I think. My confidence went through the roof when I started training jiu-jitsu, when I started getting, at a level where I could actually do it.
Confidence in beating someone up? Or confidence in day-to-day?
Facing big challenges.
Oh, really?
Because if I'm confident taking on, like, I'm a big guy, but if I'm confident taking on a guy twice, much bigger than me, then, I put myself in an uncomfortable position. And I think if you take that into jiu-jitsu and even with life, like, you're not going to develop anything or become great if you just sit back and you're scared of taking on challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even for surfing, for example, like, I have people who are scared to, when I go surfing with some guys, they don't want to catch this huge wave because they're scared of getting dumped. The wave wiped out. But for me, like, I always try and get I have a limit. Like, I'm not going to go stupid and go surf Nazare. But even with the surfing, I'll take a big wave and I'll try and push myself a bit because that's how you grow. Even with my job.
I mean, I get it with taking risks and like
And the thing is,
in jobs and in life, but
for
taking a
jiu-jitsu,
bigger wave
look, I
maybe
get
take
if you're
your
like
life. No? I don't know. I don't know
I'm
much
not really
about
too
it.
fussed, but I say, like, if you want to be personally, I don't think if you're a black belt, you shouldn't. If you're like 70 kilos and you're a black belt, you should not be scared to train with a 110-kilo white belt.
Oh yeah.
And I find like I've met a lot of black belts who are small black belts who are too scared to train with bigger guys.
Is it scared or is it
No,
just
they say I don't want to get injured, or
yeah, they do
like I
stupid
get if you're
moves.
old.
I mean, they
Like if you're
do
old,
stupid
do what
moves.
you want. But if you're like,
But some people have serious injuries as
yeah.
well.
But as a black belt, you should learn to control. Like, what's the purpose of having jiu-jitsu if you can't control some idiot with roid rage?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I mean, the whole purpose of jiu-jitsu is
But
for you
imagine
to
I can
get.
have fun with you and other
Yeah, but
people
you and I
and
are completely different. You're a brown belt and I'm a black belt. We understand jiu-jitsu. But when I train with a white belt, like they'll know that I'm a black belt. And they should know that I'm a black belt. And I also think that's good for them too,
Mhm.
because like I don't like taking it easy on white belts. I don't hurt them. I never hurt people. I don't like hurting people. But no, honestly, because for me, I actually ran a test back home in New Zealand when we used to coach. We had a Thursday class and we decided to, hey, look, let's just beat on the white belts, see how they do. We did. We didn't give them our backs. We didn't give them positions.
Sounds like a fun class. That was
It
every
was very fun.
Thursday.
Huh?
That was every Thursday,
Every Thursday.
and they still showed up.
Yeah, and the amazing thing
every
was
week.
they started beating everyone else in open belts. The
Oh,
white
yeah.
belts started beating blue belts because if I give someone my back, that white belt's going to get a false sense of hope, saying, "Oh, this position, what I just did works," because they don't know. Like you speak to a white belt, and he says, "Oh, you see, I took that purple belt's back," and you watch them roll. You're like, the purple belt was just
Giving it to you.
give it, but
Yeah.
in his eyes, he doesn't know, and he
Yeah.
thinks now it
Oh,
works.
really? Yeah, you think?
Yeah,
Oh, that's it.
and it's like, I mean, that's just what I saw, and
You also said you never give positions for free. Never, right?
I will give positions for free to higher belts.
Okay.
Because escaping my back from a white belt, but escaping back from a black belt,
Mm.
that's way different. Or a competitive blue purple belt, it's a whole nother level, right?
Mm.
So I'll give to them, and then obviously if I don't feel like going hard that day, I will.
Bro, the boys in
Just beat
our
you up.
gym, like the kids,
So good.
the blue belt
Really good.
competitors. What's going on there? That's a whole different. Like when I was a blue belt, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know what I think it is because every sport has this era where you have someone who, if you want to compete in jiu-jitsu, you have to have a full-time job. But now you can actually start doing jiu-jitsu and you can do it that you can be your career.
It's different.
So now they can go out of school and they can go just focus jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
instead of having to have a job. And like, I mean, when you and I were, blue belts and purple belts, you had to have a full-time
Already
job
full-time jobs.
to
Yeah.
support your,
No sleep.
yeah.
Kids.
Because you wake up in the morning, you go to the gym, and then you go train jiu-jitsu. I mean, so you go to work and you come back home, you train jiu-jitsu, 9, you go home, you sleep,
different.
and that's it.
It is different. It is different. Yeah.
So now these guys, when you turn, I don't know, 20, you can, depending on how good you are, you can be a black belt by the age of 20. You can live on the mat, essentially. I know a guy in Cape Town who does that. Best jiu-jitsu I've ever trained with.
Really?
Blue belt. He just got his purple belt.
Okay.
And he literally lives on the mats. He trains jiu-jitsu, he coaches jiu-jitsu, he gets there in the morning, goes home at dark. He sleeps there, he showers,
But
sleeps on the mat.
he's doing nothing else. No job. Like how?
Well, I mean, he coaches.
He coaches.
He just opened up his own
What about
gym now.
family?
He doesn't have a family. He's got a mom, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can do it. Then you can do it.
So it's a different. I think sport's probably the most difficult career you can do. Because there's only one number one sport.
What are your thoughts? I mean, you tick that box already
Of what?
being a black belt, right? That's
Yeah.
everyone's. Come on, let's be honest. Every time I see that video, it's like, oh, it's just the color around your
That's garbage.
hip. Like
getting the black belt.
I want that. You know
Yeah,
what are you
it's
talking
great.
about?
Man, it's great to have a black belt.
100%. What we're talking
Yeah.
about.
I was going to bring it today. I'm going to wear it.
Yes, I would have.
I
yeah,
forgot
wear
it in the gym.
brother,
I left it
you know?
at the gym.
But what are your thoughts? I mean, it's not for me. I don't have a problem talking about that. It's not, and I'm sure, and I also spoke to a couple of people already, and if someone's listening and things like I'm in the same boat. Getting older, I mean, I don't. I'm 37. I feel amazing. It's all good, But I mean, it's different to being 20 something. 37. It's not getting easier. Injuries are there that normally need surgery. Just keep going because full-time job builds the pay. Responsibilities are not getting less. you all also want to grow financially. That means more responsibility, even more bigger bills to pay,
Mm.
more stuff you want to achieve, more risks and time you invest in
Life's
stuff.
harder.
And jujitsu is getting
Tougher. It's getting
from that,
yeah, yeah.
So it the best time for me was late blue and purple belt. It was the best
I
time.
loved being a purple belt.
I was so
I loved it being a
it
purple
was the
belt.
best time.
Yeah, it was so much
I
fun.
took everyone like every challenge like I
Yeah.
went in there like was the best time. Hard rolls every single day.
Mm.
But now I sometimes I'm on the mat. I'm thinking, where is this going? Like I don't know. It's really, as I
It's
said,
becoming more of a hobby now, right?
it's not,
Like when you were
it
purple
is
belt,
already.
you're thinking like, man, I can take on the world, I can compete. But I get like when like I think that's now what defines hobbyists and fighters. Like I think that purple belt stage is where you decide to which
Which
way you're gonna go
direction?
to. Like I competed, I did a couple of competitions when I was brown belt. And then when I got my black belt, we started traveling and I just stopped competing.
But then I think then
But I never had the intention of becoming a world champion
no,
jiu-jitsu
yeah,
guy.
I
Like,
know that you don't have to be world champion, but it almost feels to me, and I mean that's just the third episode, and I discussed it already, but I can't, I think that's in my head all the time that these two camps between hobbyists and the people who are really
mm,
competitors, the delta is so big.
oh yeah.
It is
Like
so
if
big.
you're a blue
It's
belt,
almost like even if you achieve as a hobbyist
yeah.
the black belt, how like do you really feel like you get my point?
I get
It's
what you're
like
saying. Like
so
I think it does damage the sport because for me as a black belt, I think you have to have done some competition. In my opinion, I honestly think so. Because when you were a white belt, when we were white belts, like you look up to these black belts and they like even pearl belts, you look at pearl belts, brown
yeah,
belts, and black
yeah,
belts, and they're like these legends.
yeah.
But now it's like no one really cares, you know? And I think that's a little bit sad for me. Like I hate how belts are starting to become not a thing. And the quality of belt of like practitioners is going down as well.
Is it going down?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Man, like when I go to other gyms and train, I find, and when I take some of the guys with me, like Anas and man, they just
Who?
Anas,
Ah, okay, sorry. Yeah.
he's a blue belt,
Yeah.
and he goes there and he trains with a coach, and the coach is like, man, what are you black belt? And he's like, no, I'm just a blue belt. So you can
Nice.
see that
Mm.
that the quality of jiu-jitsu is going down, and I think it's because at the end of the day, especially here, it's a business. They're trying to retain people just to give them belts, and that kind of makes me a bit sad.
Mm. How would you fix that?
Make them compete to get a black belt.
In my case,
I think, man, look,
I don't know if
I think you can get an honorary black belt, fair enough. But if you like, there has to be some criteria for a black belt. You can't just get a black belt. Maybe let them coach. They have to coach, do some classes, or compete.
Mm.
Because a black belt is someone like you're supposed to have that like be this encyclopedia of knowledge. Because you've essentially mastered a craft.
Mm.
If I go to a doctor with PhD
Mm.
and I say, "Hey, look, what's this?" and he doesn't know, what's the purpose of him getting his degree?
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
it's the same with jujitsu. Like it takes you 10 years to get a black belt,
Mm.
and if you can't be, if you're not a master at it, it's just it's no purpose to it. I think.
Yeah.
Like when I was a blue belt, and even purple belt, like the gap between a brown belt and a black belt was massive. Like it was so large. Like, and
Yeah.
I think some of the gyms are doing that now,
I agree.
which is quite nice. Like I see some of the gyms are doing it now, but man, I've seen some black belts get graduated, and I just thought like, I'm not the best black belt out there by any means, but I've seen some black belts that get their black belts, and I'm just thinking, man, what on earth is going on here? Their jujitsu knowledge is awful. Their ability to, like, if you're a black belt and a new big guy comes to or someone your size comes to the gym,
Mm.
you should not struggle with him.
Yeah.
Like you should dominate them. It should be like fighting with a toddler.
Mm.
But some of these guys, like, they get their black belts and like, oh no, I don't want to train because I'm scared of the big white belt.
Come on. Big
Yeah.
white belt.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
I've met a few people like that, and
Okay.
that's what dilutes the sport, I think,
Mm.
which makes it silly. And I think if you normalize, like, because a brown belt's a big achievement too. Being a brown belt's not a small task. But I think a black belt should be reserved for like the guy who's really put in the effort
Yeah.
and who really performed well, I think. There was one of the guys who I used to train with in New Zealand. He was a got his judo black belt, and the
Mm.
only way he got his black belt is they had to go to Japan, they had to fight, and if you lose your fight, you don't get a black
Oh,
belt. So if
wow.
you win your fight, then you get a black belt. That was quite cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was intense. I mean, you don't have to go that extreme, but I think there should be some. They shouldn't just give them. Oh, you've trained 10 years. Congratulations, here's your belt.
What's the most samurai story?
Samurai story?
Yeah. That you have? Doesn't
No,
need
I
to
don't
be
have
from
samurai
you, but
stories.
like
I can't think of any.
anyone. I
No, honestly, I'm gonna disappoint you with that one. I don't have a samurai story. I wish I had one, but I don't have
well,
one.
it's the funniest then. You have funny stories for sure. Any funny
Funny
jiu-jitsu
stories.
story you have for sure.
Man, there's been a
If you say
few.
you don't, it's a lie.
No, there's been a few. Um,
Back in New Zealand, any funny things going on?
I wouldn't call it funny, but my first competition ever, I've been training for like 3 months, and there was this. I sat next to my competitor in the bullpen, and he had and I remember seeing he's got 3 stripes on his white belt. I was like, man, this is gonna be really tough.
Hmm.
And then he looked at me and he's like, oh, you're fighting me? And I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, how long you been training for? And I said, oh no, like 3 months. And he like looked at me like, and like laughed. I was like, man, I'm gonna murder you. And then in that fight, so my fight, I scored 65-0 on him, and I cracked his ribs.
Really?
Yeah. So like I remember I don't even remember the fight because my eyes were closed the whole.
65-0.
Yeah.
You even tried to submit him? Or
No, I was just moving around, and I was like, I don't know.
what we discussed
I
at the
honestly
beginning.
can't remember. I genuinely, yeah, exactly. I honestly couldn't remember what I like. My eyes were closed the whole fight. I
Poor
was just,
guy.
yeah.
What was he saying at the end?
Nothing. They had to take him off the mat, and I was standing behind myself. Yeah,
You still have that picture?
I do
It's good
actually. It's my
memory.
Instagram. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
it's my Instagram. But and the other one is like, I love humbling guys who are arrogant. That's one of my favorite things to do.
I hate arrogant
We
people.
have people coming in, and there was this guy, and he was just like rolling really tough for the small white belts, new guy, and then like the coach like this. I think I was a purple belt, and he's like, no, just go with him. And then I did a knee on belly, and I did the pull,
Mhm.
and I had the pop,
With the gi?
and then he was like, no, I can't.
In a
Yeah,
gi?
in a gi.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do. Is like the knee and the collar, and just
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And mother's milk is my favorite too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stories, but I like on the spot, I can't really think of the funniest story. Yeah, I'm a pretty boring guy to be honest.
No, it's not true.
I think when in the heat of the moment, I might think of something, but right now I can't really
Don't worry.
think of something exactly. Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, I had this head coach in Frankfurt. And he, the German way sometimes of explaining things, they're just very dry.
Yeah.
They don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. My wife's family is German, so I get exactly what you're saying. Like you look at them like, and you wait for it, and you wait for it to be funny.
No, but he to be fair, he's quite funny. He's quite funny at the same time. So he can switch fast. And he was telling that story that I think he was training people in a military camp, US base or something. I don't remember anymore. American guys based in somewhere in Germany, or was it German military? I don't know, but I think it was American, a military base. And he was coaching these guys, so training in jiu-jitsu and everything. And he was rolling with one guy, and uh, I mean, he played with him. The guy had no chance, the army guy, and he lost his,
Temper.
he lost his temper and started to throw punches at my coach.
Wow.
And I was so surprised, and I said, "So what do you do?" He said, "I broke his leg."
Craig does that a lot actually, because he says that guys like try and kill him. I mean, actually, no, I've seen someone do that. Where they get angry, and then they just get humiliated. That's when people lose their cool in jiu-jitsu. That's probably my favorite thing to see when they get humbled.
I hate that we have these stories, to be honest.
No, I like it. It's
No,
good
but
because
but
the
why
thing is,
are you an asshole for no reason? Especially if you do. We talk so much about discipline and how much we learn on the mats. So why is it not working with you? So what's wrong in your head? I don't understand. So something went wrong.
what you mean, like
Yeah, why you behave like this? I don't know. So you shouldn't be
no,
that
you
guy.
mean what the guy that humbles people?
no, you shouldn't be the other guy who's arrogant and try to hurt people
Oh
for
yeah,
like
yeah, I agree. No, we've had some people. There was a guy back home in New Zealand, and he was training with a girl, and did a rear naked, and he did the rear naked so hard that he cracked her, he broke her jaw. I know, like that kind of stuff. Like if like he got kicked out of the club, but
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that you
what an
should be so
idiot.
stupid, so
How
stupid.
hard was
Yeah,
he putting that thing
man,
on
I
her?
can't think of you like I've had some guys, especially like what's his name? I'm gonna name call him. What's his name?
Do you want to name people now from our gym?
Yes. Well, man, what is his name? Mujid. Mujid. He's watching this. When he does a rear naked, it's always across the face, and
Yeah,
he
that's
puts
fine.
it on. Like for
That's
me, I don't really care about it
I
too
mean,
much
if it's
because
a progress
yeah,
in strength,
like
then it's fine. But if
yeah,
it's just one explosive strong for no
I
out of nowhere, it's shit.
yeah, I get like explosive. I don't agree with. But if like what people don't get, like a rear naked is it's a horrible submission.
But it's fine to do it over the
So for me,
face.
I don't care. Like, and he's put it
No,
on
but
way
it's
harder on
fine
my
to
face.
put it
Oh yeah,
over.
but
I
on
mean,
a girl, like
if I have this,
I'm
I
putting my
put it
face in the
on.
way, 100%.
I put it on.
Yeah, 100%. Like if someone puts their face in your way, then you
So
know,
why are you complaining now?
exactly. No, but what I'm saying, like I don't have a problem with it, right? But if you do that to a girl,
Ah, to a girl. Yeah, no.
different story.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if someone like Majid does it to me, I don't care.
Yeah, who
You know,
cares?
like
It's
whatever.
fine. Yeah.
But and he's done it. Like you can feel he's using a lot of strength.
Hmm.
So I can't even imagine the force that the guy must have put on the girl's face to break her jaw.
Maybe she tapped him 5 times
I don't know.
before.
I mean, I've
And
been tapped by some really small woman when I was a blue belt. Most humiliating thing in my life. Like, and I'm talking like smaller than AJ, and he's not a big guy.
but he's also not. I mean, you talk about him, it's
No,
like,
I'm kidding. No, but really some small woman, and like that for me was one of the things that I realized. Like, man, jiu-jitsu is really really
yeah, it is.
good. I guess there was an aspect as well that I wasn't. I like when I train with someone small, I tend not to use my weight, and I think you should, if you're a small person, you should understand to not let someone fall on you. Um, so I kind of get that, but yeah, when I was training with her, like she was playing bottom, and man, I could not pass. And then she would sweep, and then on top, and then she just like I was so helpless.
That's good.
It was really really cool, and that was one of the things for me that I realized, like, man, jujitsu is so cool, so cool. And you get a lot of guys actually saying, like, no, but men always. I get that, but for me, like the nice thing I love about jiu-jitsu is made for a small guy, which I find is super super cool about it. And I think that was really awesome, to be honest. To get my
Yeah.
ass kicked by a small woman of 40 years old when I was a young child, like a young adult.
Yeah, that excites me also when I teach the kids on the weekend.
But you don't train that much. I know you teach a lot, but I haven't seen you on the mats in a long time.
That's not true. The last 3 weeks, I always had something.
Mm,
Some infection, some cough,
yeah,
some running nose. And if I have that, I'm not on the mats.
yeah, I
I
agree.
I don't do that. I really wait that it's gone.
Hmm.
So the plan is I want to go tomorrow.
Okay, I can't
Let's
go to. I still got
Yeah, you have your staph infection. Yeah.
ringworm. I've had staph. That's the worst thing I've ever had. Was staph.
How bad was it?
So like I had it here, and the skin started peeling off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was awful. That's really awful. But I started getting it more in nogi because I was just more skin on skin contact. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back to Nogi from tomorrow. With the gas tanks, it's going to be a problem.
You'll
Always
be right.
after. And
What's your opinion on the gi and nogi split though? What do you reckon about that?
what do you mean in general,
Yeah,
or
in
like in
general.
our gym, or
No, I mean our gym's a different story. But like in general, like because I know a lot of people like they prefer to train gi or no gi,
ah? So first of all,
and there's like a big divide between them now as well,
it's
right?
getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I started jujitsu, like I was forced. They it was like you. That's not an option. You do
Yeah,
both.
gis. No, we didn't even get to choose both
Yeah, we had
in my
both,
class.
and
We
it's
had.
like, shut up. You don't talk about it. You do
Mm-hmm.
both. I don't care what you like, and you have to do both. And I'm
Mm,
like, okay, all right, let's go. And so I never questioned it. and I never until now I don't differ too much between both. I don't
What do you mean?
like I don't some people some people look at it as if it's two different completely two different things. I don't think too much about it. I don't care. If I put on the gi, I put on the gi. If I don't put on the gi, it's no gi. I don't care. I do the same thing. And
I
sometimes
guess.
I grip like this and sometimes I do this. Like I don't, you know.
But I find it, I find it quite hard to go back to the gi. I'll be honest with you. Like a lot of things work in the gi, and in the gi that works in no gi.
Mm.
But I sometimes actually find it like when I first started training purely no gi, I was like training no gi for about a year,
Mm.
and then when I went back to the gi, it was actually quite hard.
Yeah, yeah, no. Of course there are differences. And if you especially if you go to a class where the guys are only training gi all the time, doing nothing else, right? They're specializing in that. Of course, you're going to feel that, you know, and vice versa if
Mm.
you go to Nogi. But I had these little bit like ups and downs between gi and Nogi throughout my
What a
career.
conflict! Like whether it's
Sometimes I like that
like
more.
your wife and your mistress, yeah.
Sometimes I like that more. Sometimes I like that more.
Hmm.
At the beginning, I remember I up to I think uh, like late blue, beginning of purple, I really enjoyed gi a
Mm.
lot. Like I was a gi guy,
But I feel
but now
like
it's
when we
no
were like
gi
that,
for
because
sure.
when did you get when were you blue and purple belt? That would have been like also almost 5, 6 years ago, right?
No, I'm 13 years now
Wow.
in the
Yeah.
sport.
So it's like similar time frame when I was a like a blue and purple belt. But because I feel like back then no-gi didn't really exist. No-gi was like gi without the gi. Was like jujitsu without the gi, essentially. So like the whole jujitsu was gi. That was just what jujitsu was. Like you had like ADCCs and stuff, but everyone was so focused around the gi. Like it was just
Yeah, very
like
gi
jujitsu
heavy,
was known for the
100%.
gi,
Yeah,
and you train no-gi like on a
uh,
Monday or something
yeah,
because
like once or
we should train
twice.
no-gi
Yeah,
once a week.
yeah.
So I think that's why. Like I also enjoyed gi way more when I was like blue, purple, brown belt. And then I got guillotined by a purple belt, and I was like, okay, I need it. And a lot. He'd like guillotine me over and over because the
What in the gi?
and no-gi because I didn't like the grips just weren't like the certain grips just weren't there. And then I was like, okay, I'll train no-gi, and then I just started falling in love with no-gi.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I think back then that's probably why. Like I think that's why gi was so popular because people just it was just an in thing. That was it. I think that's why too.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's, definitely. And until today, if you walk in that classic jiu-jitsu
It's gi.
academy, it's very gi heavy.
Yeah, but I think why people prefer the gi, in these classic gyms is because it's still, and that's the one thing I like about the gi as well. It still has that feeling of hierarchy in it. But with a no gi, like I step on the mat, I don't know who, is this
Who's
guy a brown belt? Is he a
yeah.
black belt?
But it's also nice at the
It's
same
kind of
time.
nice, but like when I don't know, for me, jujitsu, I like the ego thing to it, kind of. I kind of like it because when what I really enjoyed when I was like starting jiu-jitsu is I would look at these brown belts, these brown belts, these colored belts, and I looked up to them. I felt like it's an honor to be there with them.
Mm.
But now that just in the nogi, it just does not exist.
But
Like
then
it's
people,
non-existent, and I
I,
like it
I'm not
personally.
sure if it's not existing. It's not so present,
Yeah,
like from outside. But then they know you, they speak with you, and then they know okay, and
yeah.
then also they
No, I
rode
don't
with
know.
you,
It's
and
just like
then
I like the tradition, and I feel like unfortunately with the nogi, it is dying. The tradition of jujitsu is dying.
in nogi.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the whole, I don't know, like how to explain, but there was this feeling of jujitsu when I was a white
I
belt,
100%
and that's not
understand
there
what you
anymore.
mean.
I prefer like nogi jujitsu is way funner than a nogi, in my opinion. But I feel like the takedowns are fun, the stand ups fun, the movements fun,
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole feeling of jujitsu
And that's why I
is
think
gone.
especially if for everyone who's progressing, just do both. And also
Mm.
with the
I think it
um,
depends.
let me tell you also
Yeah.
why. I think the discipline part and the hierarchy and the respect and everything that comes more in the gi
Hmm.
classes.
I agree.
You know what there I'm like a little bit old school. What
Mm.
makes me very angry when there is someone teaching a class and they spend so many years on the mats
Mhm.
and have so much knowledge and they're like and then people when they're like sitting like
Yeah.
this and like stretched legs.
I don't like that either. Yeah,
And
like just
or
give
against,
them the
or
respect. I
like
agree with
everyone
you.
is here, and like one guy's against the wall
Yeah, or
here,
they're
and
chatting with each other,
yeah,
and yeah, I don't like
talking,
that
and the
either.
other one is like,
I don't like that either.
I hate this. Have
Yeah.
some respect. Sit, like,
I
yeah,
agree. It's the
you
same
know,
like if you're listening, if you're on a lecture, you do the same thing. You know, if you really want to be there, then give the guy the respect.
exactly.
You know?
And in especially for people who only do no-gi, I see that more and more.
Yeah.
And then if you walk up to them and say
But
like,
see, that's why
and
because
then
the
like,
belt thing isn't there in the nogi. I mean, everyone's wearing like the most ridiculous outfits in nogi.
yeah, that's
So
why, guys, you want to look good on the
it looks
mats,
great. Flow
flow
state.
state.
No, honestly, like I will admit, it's probably the most comfortable rash guard
They're
that
good,
I've
eh?
ever worn. Super comfortable.
They're
Yeah,
nice.
very, very comfortable.
We're doing so much stuff in the background.
I'm so
We're
excited.
doing so much stuff in the background.
know,
It seems like nothing's happening, but
It's business, it's just business. People, you tell people about a business and then like they don't understand the back end of a business because there's so much like to release a new product, there is so much that goes behind. It's not just like, oh, this is the idea, let's put it out. There's so much strategy behind it that people don't understand.
yeah,
And that's just it is what it is, I guess.
yeah,
I'm one of those clients of yours that's waiting for a product. I'm egging you on to get it. But I understand it takes some time.
yes, especially now at
Yeah.
that stage.
But no, but coming back to the whole the outfit thing, I think it's because they don't see like you don't see the belt, you don't see like because I notice even at our club when I walk on the mat with my nogi uniform, people like the guys who know me, they'll come show me their respect. But otherwise, they don't care. But if I walk on the mat with my black belt, it's way different. The people look at you different, they treat you different.
Mm-mm.
And that's only the only thing that can do that is the gi. But then it also comes with a thing like I think jiu-jitsu is moving into that. Like it's a natural progression. I think jiu-jitsu is going to the no-gi stage. Like you're not making money if you want to be a professional fighter. The
In
gi
the
is not
gi.
happening
Yeah, no, it's not happening in
because
the gi. No.
even I've watched maybe 2 fights in the 12 years that I've trained jiu-jitsu.
In like gi fights.
I've watched 2 gi fights where I have
uh-huh.
not fallen asleep.
Gi matches.
Yeah, gi matches where I haven't fallen asleep. Why you say that like someone's watching you? You can't say that.
No, but I mean, it's
No, it's
really
boring.
fight.
It's so boring. Like even when I train in the gi, like if like, and because I'm a big dude, right? And when I train the gi and I'm dominant, like that's it. Like it's game over. If I get on top, even on a big guy, like if I'm on top and I'm dominating, I got a strong grips, like that's it. And I think it's very similar to like football in the gi. That's why I think like they like it so much because like the slightest little movement, like everyone cheers because you get an advantage because you achieve such a great feat. But the problem with jiu-jitsu is it's so like with football, for example, like a goal is a goal, and it takes ages to get a goal, but everyone knows what a goal is.
Yeah.
But a guy who doesn't, like I know what a goal is, and I'm suck shit at football. Like it's the one sport I cannot play.
Okay.
Like just straight up atrocious. But I get it. It's a goal. There are a few things personally I would change. In football, but anyway. And the gi is similar. But the thing is, if I don't train jiu-jitsu, someone's gonna look at it and they're like, why like they don't get it. Like, why is he cheering?
Why
What
is
was the
that
point
exciting?
for? What did he do? And I think that's the problem with no gi, with gi jiu-jitsu. But in no gi, because it's so close to MMA, like it's moving, it's takedowns,
Also,
it's more fun.
the whole thing about competitions and um the whole, there are point fighters out there,
Mhm.
that's not for me as well. That's not for
I agree. But the problem is the submission
Listen,
fighters.
if I lose because I get submitted, I have zero problems with it. Like
I have a
take
problem
it.
because I go to where.
No, but
No,
you
I'm
mean,
kidding. I get what you're saying. I get you.
so if I don't win by submission, I
Is it
don't
a
know,
win?
man. I don't
Is
know.
it a win?
I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
look, if you're not able to get someone off you, it's shit,
Mm.
right? And in reality, if that would be a serious situation, or maybe on the streets, which luckily enough never happens,
Mm.
thank God. But if imagine they're throwing elbows in your face, you would be dead.
Oh yeah.
So it is bad that you're not able to get someone
Yeah.
off you. But it's just boring to watch
It
this
is super
point stuff,
boring.
man.
It's
Go
so
there,
boring.
just
But
take the
the problem
arms
I have
on,
with
try
submission only
something.
jiu-jitsu is it's
It
also
can
boring.
take forever
It-
also.
The problem that I have with a submission is obviously it takes too long. It's I don't know. I think it's to have jiu-jitsu become interesting is hard, man. Like it is difficult because it's a boring sport
I mean,
to
CJI
watch.
now and Craig.
No, but still, man, it's boring.
But I think so far
Yeah,
he did the best thing. And
yeah,
also with
I agree.
Kazushi Sakuraba in the
Yeah,
before
yeah.
CJI with the quintet.
Mm.
It's fantastic.
You know what I
Every
think
now and then
changes that it's the cage.
I
It's
take the
the
quintet stuff
yeah,
like
that's fun.
B to, B team against 10th Planet,
Hmm.
and I just send them to people who are not into jiu-jitsu, and they all come back and say, "Oh, that's amazing."
You know
That's
what's the best thing to send to someone who's not into jiu-jitsu is this the who's next. It's
yeah, yeah,
like a
and
series.
uh,
Like remember the old
the
UFC series,
yeah,
but it's
but
not
is it
for
not?
jiu-jitsu.
They did a full series with the Daisy Fresh and stuff. Are you talking about?
No, no. It's so Craig was a coach, so they have like teams, and then the team
Is that
fights.
free on YouTube?
Yeah, it's free. I think it's like 3 or 4 episodes.
Oh, okay,
Super cool. Really, really fun to watch. Like that for me is jiu-jitsu. It's
okay,
really, really fun. I think it's called Who's Next or
okay.
something like that.
Yeah,
Really
who's
fun
next
to
is
watch.
is a
Who's
competition.
number one is the thing.
Ah, who's number one?
Yeah,
Right.
and then Who's Next is the show. So you remember you had like
Okay.
UFC, and then you had like those
Yeah,
guys that
yeah.
do that UFC where they stay in their
Tough.
houses, and
The
it's
Ultimate
exactly like that,
Fighter.
but for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, yeah.
Super fun. But for me, that's fun because I understand jiu-jitsu. But like it genuinely, I think I don't know, unless jiu-jitsu becomes like judo, what they did for the Olympics, I don't think it's gonna be as big as any other sport because it's just boring to watch. Like I'll be dead honest, it's so boring to watch.
But now you still speak about gear.
No, gi no
Both.
gi,
Really?
because
Are
like
you not
nogi's.
enjoying for you? Are you speaking about people who don't who
I
are
mean,
not
for
into
me,
jiu-jitsu? I
like
like to watch Nogi stuff.
like the
I
only
really
nogi
like.
stuff I watch is like I'll watch the best guy. Like I'll watch Gordon Ryan. Like I
Yeah.
don't like the guy, but he's the best
Why you
jiu-jitsu guy.
don't like?
I have my reason. I think he's like I like people that are not asses. But his jiu-jitsu is the best. Like I'm a hater, but I'm a lover, you know? Like you can't deny that his jiu-jitsu's he's the best guy out there. And I like he's the only jiu-jitsu that I watch because like I only learn from him because why learn from someone else that he's gonna beat? That's my opinion. So I like watching his jiu-jitsu.
But sometimes, okay, well, I don't fight against that argument.
No
But
fight.
sometimes it's like in Pokemon, you know? Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You play
Like
Pokemon Go?
well, I mean, I was a child, I played it on Game Boy,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So I don't know the names of them anymore. But
No.
there's a little
I know
turtle,
Pikachu.
and the little
Oh,
turtle
Squirtle.
beats the fire lizard,
Charizard.
and that one beats the
Oh, you just like the little
little
triangle of
fat
yeah, like
plant
yeah,
monster, and the fat monster plant guy,
Bulbasaur.
whatever, beats the turtle, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes that happens on the mats as well,
Mhm.
right? But not with Gordon. Gordon, yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
He's
I
the best.
like
I like to watch Craig.
actually, yeah.
I'm a big
Like
fan.
takedown wise, I love
Honestly, I
Craig's
say
stuff.
that like
Yeah.
I don't have.
Do you know why I like Craig? It's because he's a bully on the mat. I love his techniques. I love like
He does very strange moves.
because
Some like
it's like if you look at the submissions he does, it's something that humiliates you. And that's the one thing I love. I don't know why. Like I love the whole thing about jiu-jitsu is you make someone so helpless.
yeah, but
And that's
he
what I like
pulls
about it.
things off like I don't
Yeah.
even know where they're coming from, and
Straight
his
out of
whole
his eyes.
moves
Yeah.
like they're very strange
Yeah, I
sometimes,
like that.
and they work so easy
Yeah.
for him at least, you know.
No, try it.
And he has so much fun and like he doesn't care.
That's the one thing like the thing about like I think if you want to learn really, really good technique and be the best guy out there, you're gonna have to watch Gordon. But if you would just want to if you want to come I mean Craig's really good too. Like there's no denying he's good. But if you just want to have lots of fun and just enjoy your time on the mats, I think Craig's style is very, very fun. Like I think it's just a and it's not so serious. And I think like we said earlier, like I think the biggest problem with jiu-jitsu guys are just too serious. Way too serious. It's just a sport. Like there are things in a sport that I think like the respect thing, and I think there are things that come with the sport. But don't make me say an oath. Don't make me wear your gis. Don't make it a cult kind of thing. I don't like that. But also don't be it's a fine balance. Don't be too serious. Don't be an ass.
Yeah,
You can have fun without and be serious without being an ass,
yeah,
and telling me how to live my life kind of thing,
yeah,
you know. Because the gym, like you get gyms that are like, you can't cross train, you can't do this, you can't go to other gyms, open mats,
or you
you
need to
can't
have
speak to other people. You have a, you like
you
there
need
was a,
permission.
Yeah,
permission
exactly.
first. Can I go to?
Exactly. Like, can you imagine you go to Planet Fitness, like a gym,
Yeah,
and you sign the membership, you pay them, I don't know, 1,000 a month or whatever you pay them, and they say, "No, you can't go train there."
yeah.
Are you serious? That's so stupid. That's the one thing I don't like about jiu-jitsu as well. Is like people are just calm down. It's okay. It's like there's a 40-year-old man who just came home. He's sick of his job. He's on the verge of jumping off a bridge. He's just let him unwind without having to you know
Understand.
praise the jiu-jitsu gods.
Yeah, they make a some really make a almost a religion out
Oh
of
yeah,
that. Yeah.
so toxic.
Goes too far. Goes
I
too
agree.
far. Just relax a little bit.
It's
Like I said,
yeah.
I like that traditions and
The
like where it
respecting the
comes
tradition
from
is
and
good.
like I
Yeah,
love that,
yeah.
but
But we're
relax,
not samurai anymore. I'm not going out to fight against Genghis Khan. So like if I want to go train at someone else's gym, I'm gonna go train at someone else's gym. And it's good as well. Because if I train at someone else's gym and there's a really good black belt there, and he teaches me something that I've never seen before,
Yeah.
I can bring this back and teach it to the guys at our gym.